Arizona State is beating BYU. That's the way I see it. BYU fans, it was fun while it lasted. Our arrangement has come to a close, and I am now legitimately, for better or worse, on your behalf, picking Arizona State to win this game. We had a good thing running, and then BYU screwed it up last week. An interception in the end zone, muffing a pooch punt. I mean, just complete and utter insanity. It could have continued, but alas, it did not. I don't think they're as good as Arizona State. You talk about teams that are on the ascension, that are playing really good football. Arizona State has a much more complimentary offense than anyone wants to give it credit for. I think they can run the ball better than BYU. I think they can throw it just as well as BYU. I think Retzloff and Levitt have both done a lot of really good things at the quarterback position so far this season. Arizona State at home, I think, is a hard-fought, competitive football game. I will take Arizona State 27-24.
Oh, I'm sorry, Spencer. Are you bringing vibes to an analytics fight?
Yes.
It sounds like
yes,
it.
I am.
If you ask the computer, which you and I both use the same computer, by the way, it says BYU will win this game 29-26.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
One of the big things that I like that goes BYU's favor this week is actually the vibes. The crowd is going to be 40% BYU. This is one of those pick-me-up games where the coaching staff says, look around you, kids. They're here for you. And I think BYU is still the better football team overall than Arizona State. They find a way to get it done on the road. They win it by 4.
The once and future Big 12 contenders, Iowa State and Utah, square off in Salt Lake City in a game that does still have some meaning. Iowa State can backdoor their way into the Big 12 championship game and therefore the college football playoff. That's entirely possible. They're still ranked. I think Iowa State wins because can Utah score? Wait, Drake, answer that question. Can Utah score the points?
They had 24 against Colorado, but even if they scored 24 here, it's not working, buddy.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cyclones 30-20. No. That's too high scoring. Too high scoring. Utah defense at home. I'll give more credit than that and less respect to the offense because the fans are just going to look. I think they could start booing the offense at some point in time. 23-13. I'll take Iowa State in the spot.
Well, did you know the Iowa State Cyclones are top 30 in the country, both running and throwing the football efficiency-wise? Give me Iowa State by a final score of 30-13. This one's a blowout at Utah. There are boos that are thrown down on the field. Also, Iowa State dominant against Cincinnati. Utah has pretty much packed it in. Sorry, Utes fans. Iowa State on the ascension enough to get it done on the road this week.
West Virginia against UCF in the we didn't live up to expectations bowl of the week. I'm not going to say the season because, boy, I feel like we have one of these matchups every week. I'm like, what could have been? I mean, the next game we're picking is Arizona TCU. Talk about what was supposed to be or what could have been.
I love it this week for West Virginia and UCF is the we can't fire our coach bowl. Usually it's the fire the coach bowl. It's the we wish, but we can't.
Yeah, we can't. West Virginia at home, I think they snake one out 24-23.
I think it's over. I think the season's over for West Virginia right now. The way they played against Baylor, especially in that second half where you just couldn't string anything together. UCF, Dylan Risk at quarterback, one of the 8 quarterbacks they've tried, is finally playing well enough to get the Knights a win. They win this game, and it's high scoring as usual. No West Virginia defense, 34-31, a shootout. Neil Brown, just leave. Go to UMass. Leave.
UMass. They play Georgia this week because that's how SEC scheduling works. Just for all of you out there that want to get annoyed at that, I get annoyed at it every single year, and I'm going to continue being annoyed until it goes away. Speaking of annoyed, I'm annoyed at TCU. I have been for a very long time since this season began because I watched Josh Hoover play quarterback. I watched their offense altogether, and I see a team that could win a Big 12 championship. And then I watched their defense all year and went, well, that's not what it was supposed to be. It is a waste of a great offense and a really good quarterback. I think they're going to have to fight to keep Josh Hoover out of the transfer portal, Drake, because that guy's been spinning the football all season long. Yeah. Arizona finally won a game. Hooray! Go crazy, Tucson. You didn't lose again. Good job. I'll take TCU at home 33-27.
I don't think TCU covers, but I do think the Horned Frogs end up winning. TCU
number's 11.5. I agree. It's a tad big.
Josh Hoover is good at football still. He can still throw the ball. This one goes higher scoring than Arizona's probably used to. Give me 38-30. TCU wins it. I don't know what happened to the Arizona offense, but Arizona picks it up a bit on that side of the ball, and it's still not enough. They fall. You played good defense against Houston last week? All right, bud. Give me TCU. But Arizona plus the points.
What happened to Arizona's offense? They lost Jacob Cowing, Tanner McLaughlin, Jonah Coleman, and NFL offensive lineman, and their head coach and play caller.
But Spencer, they have Ted McMillan and Noah Fafita. They've still got to be good.
Turns out you need more than two guys. And by the way, Arizona and Colorado have been interesting contrasts this year because both teams have been on paper just kind of carried by two guys. It's like, oh, well, it's these two guys. Guess who's had the better supporting cast this year? Colorado by a country mile. It's not particularly close.
How many touchdowns does Jimmy Horn Jr. have this year?
Ooh, off the top of my head, I'm going to say 7.
1.
I mean,
I know. And Colorado is damn good at football.
But when you watch Colorado's offense, Travis Hunter's a big part of it. Is he the only part of it? Absolutely not.
Right. Agreed.
Absolutely not.
But their leading rusher has like 350 yards. So you could make the case.
I didn't say that they were running the ball. I just said that there are more than two guys.
But there are two that are in their own tier, which is okay. They're still good at football,
yeah, 100%.
Supporting cast, good, yes.
Yeah, Noah Fafita has just been a disappointment this year for the fans in Tucson. But hey, there's always next season.
Hey.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see how it goes. How about Baylor? Newly minted top 25 JP poll team. Baylor been playing. You're a Baylor guy, Drake. I mean, they're gonna win at Houston, right? Like, I'm taking them 23-17, but like, why?
Alma mater. It's just it's a beautiful thing to see the Baylor Bears lose to Houston this week. They lost to them last year. It would be the most college football thing ever because you hit your 6-game clips and say, extend the coach. If that is the way your football program is operating, I get it. Baylor's on an uptrend. Recruiting class is good. The quarterback's coming back. But this feels like the week we're like, we're safe. And you're never safe. Houston is good. Kansas is playing better. Those are the next 2 games for the Bears. They split those. Though I do think Baylor gets the win this week against the Houston Cougars. 7-4 Baylor Bears.
Texas Tech goes to Stillwater. Poor Oklahoma State fans it's their worst season ever under Mike Gundy. Yes, I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, they've never gone below 500. This is unheard of. Yeah,
this is not something that happened. This is typically one of the highest floor programs in the entire country. It'd be the equivalent of, I don't know, Utah winning like one conference game all year. Craziness, absolute madness. Those things couldn't happen in the same season, right? Well, here we are anyway. So Oklahoma State at home. I like Texas Tech. Texas Tech, I think, is one of the Big 12 teams. I've been like right down the middle on being right on teams before the year in terms of where their record is going to be. Texas Tech is one of the teams I've been right on. I think they win. I think they are winning by 7 points. I don't know how much defense gets played in this particular game. 38-31, Texas Tech.
I don't know how much offense gets played by Oklahoma State. 37-17. Tech runs away with this one in Boone Pickens.
That's how every single game in the Big 12 is going to play out because we've never been wrong on any predictions ever at any time.
Oklahoma State's going to win, aren't they?
Oklahoma State is 100. Yeah, congratulations, Cowboys. You're going to win a game. Cody Stovall, Locked On Big 12, is going to be ecstatic. He's going to have a...
When he sees it, he's going to say, they said what? Us, we're going to win. Yes, Cody.
That was pretty good, Cody. Pretty good, Cody. Drake Toll, Locked On Big 12. Appreciate it as always, Drake.
All right.